Okay, let's start. So, let's read the question. So, they say, see, solution to this question by accurate drawing will not be accepted. Because a lot of times the diagram is not drawn to scale. It's not drawn to scale. So, the diagram shows a trapezium. So, trapezium has a pair of parallel lines. So, in this case, they already put in the 2 arrows for you. But if they never put in, you have got to put the arrow yourself. So, you got to remind, that is to remind you which 2 lines are parallel. Because when lines are parallel, the gradient is the same. Gradient is the same. So, they tell us AB parallel. Okay, the coordinates of A, B, and D, okay, are stated there. Only the B is not complete. And then after that, they tell us that A is a positive integer. Okay, so temporarily just accept it. Later, maybe we will need it to reject values. And they tell us that the length is 4 square root 5. Length of AB is 4 square root 5. So you take a look at this. A is complete, B is not complete. There's an unknown A inside. So they give us the information, the length. So you use the length formula. Who's the someone so rude? Maybe you need to go English class first. Who is that? Why the 777 Namja talk this way? I'm so sorry. You are being muted and blocked. Okay. Just to let you know, the Sunday class, not so sure why. There's a lot of strolls. So my moderator will be very, very, very hardworking to block a lot of people. Last live, he already blocked many people. So please make sure that you all don't talk rubbish here. Sure. So C cannot be 0y. They cannot really accept accurate drawing. No, 0y can. C is on the y-axis. C is on the y-axis. Okay. They are saying that they don't want you to, like, let's say, measure lah. Okay, so point C is correct. But you see, just now you mentioned that put 0, right? Yes, I agree. But take note, I don't like to put as unknown as Y. So usually I use other alphabet. So in this case, since it's C, right? So I use 0C. I don't like to use Y or X as my unknown. Okay? Reason being very easy, because a lot of formulas, they use X1, X2, Y1, Y2, right? So if you're unknown, you still put as X or Y. It's very confusing. Okay? So the length of AB, so we're going to use a length formula. So let's recap on the length formula. So length of AB, the formula is square root x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square. So I know you all always like cannot remember formula. So when you are doing revision, like for example, now from, let's say from solution or whatever the teacher teach you, they tell you the formula. Prepare a notebook. Okay, prepare a notebook. And after that, write down all the formulas that you need to remember. So when you are like doing more revision paper, you can always refer to your notes. Okay? And that notes is your golden notes, whereby before your O level, you're going to refer to it. Okay? To so-called remember the formula. Okay, I think I need to be very zen today. This morning, I already very pissed off with my student. Then now, so many trolls. Okay, I try to close my eyes. Okay, I try to close my eyes. So now, let's see. So actually, this is the length AB. So take note, you can either do 2 minus 3A or 3A minus 2. But it's easier to do 3A minus 2. So I'm going to write 3A minus 2 square plus 2A plus 4 minus 0 square. And the whole thing square root. So you see, this become an equation whereby you have one unknown A. So now, to get rid of the square root, you square both sides. So square both sides. So take note, this one sets. When you square this, 4 square is 16. Square root 5 times square root 5 is 5. So it becomes 16 times 5. So it becomes 80. Okay? So what I did was I square both sides. I square both sides. So when this one square easy, is just the inside. So this one, I'm going to do the normal rainbow. Or we can just use the identity. So it becomes 9A square minus 12A plus 4. That's the rainbow for this one. Plus This one is 2a minus 4. The 0 actually no need to bother, right? So we just do the rainbow for 2a plus 4 squared. So it becomes 4a squared plus 16a plus 16. Okay, I don't have to put the square root because I already square. Huh? So now let's simplify. So I'm going to put the 9a squared on this side. Huh? So it's 9a squared plus 4a squared. These two simplify. Minus 12a plus 16a will be plus 4a. Number, this is plus 20. And I'm going to bring the 80 over. So it's minus 80 equals to 0. Okay. So now simplify. So this is like term. So it becomes 13a squared plus 4a minus 60 equals to 0. So this one cannot simplify already. We're going to factorize this. Okay. Factorize this using cross method. So we have a minus 2. We have 13. Wait, my handwriting. Okay. 13a plus 30 equals to 0. So we have a equals to 2 or a equals to negative 30 over 13. So this one, you see, this one now comes into play. They tell us that a is a positive integer. Positive means positive number. Integer means it must be a whole number. So this is not integer and some more is not a positive. So this one reject. You can write the reason. Reject because a is positive integer. So this, and then you just write shown. Okay, 3 marks. Y is 4 square root 2 squared equals to 80. Okay, so I'm going to do this part here. Hoi. 4 square root 5 times 4 square root 5. Agree? 4 times 4, 16. Square root 5 times square root 5 is 5. Therefore, it is 80. Can? 可以不可以? Although yes, press calculator, yes you can, but you must know how to manipulate certs. You must know how to manipulate certs. Actually, to be honest, I never write. For me, I will just reject. Okay, but I know later you all will tell me, actually I need to put or not, so I put lah. Okay. Yeah, so for now, you all try to listen to how I teach. Try to catch up right on your paper, okay? The questions are from my T channel. You can download from there. And then after that, you can always watch a replay and do it again and write your own notes. Because if you're going to do many things at one time, you might miss out what I say, right? Or you can just scribble out whatever I say first. And then after that, you can write your own notes in a neater way so that you can refer to it later part. Okay, good. So this is using length to form equation and solve it. Okay, next. Now they ask to find the coordinate C. But before I do that, I'm going to fill in the blank first. Update the diagram. Since I already solved my A, right? So put it here. 3 times 2 is 6. So this is 6. Okay, 2 times 2, 4, 4 plus 4. So this is 8. So now my B coordinate is complete. So always update the diagram. Yes, the whole live will be on YouTube. It will be. But most likely it will be uploaded in the next 2 days lah. Maybe by Tuesday. Okay, the solution will be uploaded to my T channel. The replay will be uploaded to my U channel, my Y channel. Okay, yes. So how to find this coordinate? Okay, we're going to use the parallel line. Okay, parallel line. Good. Yes, I make math so easy to understand. Okay, see here, I'm going to use the gradient. So gradient, because they are parallel, see here. So my gradient AB is equals to the gradient CD. Agree? So same, we're going to form the equation. So gradient AB will be, the formula is here, see here. Gradient formula for find gradient is y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So this formula Be it whether AMath or AMath, you need to always use this formula. So I'm going to apply this to find the gradient of AB as well as CD. So gradient AB, 8 minus 0. So 8 minus 0 over 6 minus 2. So this is the gradient of AB. I'm going to do the same thing for gradient CD. So my C is, I only know the x coordinate because it's on the y-axis, so the x is 0. The y, I'm not so sure, so I'm going to put in as C first. So now your 2 coordinates, so C minus 2 over 0 minus minus 2. See, 0 minus minus 2. So 0 minus minus 2. So now let's simplify. So this is 8, this is 4. This is C minus 2, 0 plus 2, so this is 2. Can you see that? Okay. These two are equal because it is parallel line. Okay. So now this become a linear equation, got fraction, so cross multiply. So I have 4 rainbow with C minus 2 equals to 8 times 2. Rainbow, rainbow, so I have 4C minus 8 equals to 16. Let's continue. So 4C is equals to 16 plus 8. 4C equals to 24. My C is equals to 6. So therefore, my C is 0, 6. Done. I also just started TikTok live last year only. So only those who did take O-level this year, last year and this year actually benefit from my live lah. Okay, let's move on. This is only part A and part B, but this one already have 5 marks. This 3 plus 2, 5 marks. Good. You can screenshot, no problem. Okay. Okay, now let's move on to the part C, which is the popular question that they always like to ask. Okay, they ask to find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB. So actually there's 2 properties here. Perpendicular is trying to tell you that they are 90 degree. Bisector is trying to tell you that it cut into half-half. So what is perpendicular bisector of AB? So let's go back to the diagram. Okay. Okay, I'm going to use red pen and draw. Where's my ruler? Perpendicular bisector means that the AB, you're going to go and find the middle. Okay, the midpoint. The midpoint, And then perpendicular means you're going to draw a line. Okay, and put 90 degree. So you see, I did not draw this and extend because I'm still not so sure whether this line should it cut through the C or not. So I just draw this mini line, which is have fulfill my 2 property. First, this side and this side is equal because it bisect. Bisect means cut the line into half-half. Perpendicular means it's 90 degree. Okay, so your task is they want you to find this equation of this line. So equation of a line is y equals to mx plus c. Question mark, question mark. So this is your task. This is your objective. Understand? So every time to find equation of a straight line, the first thing you need to find is the gradient. So how are you going to find the gradient? See, perpendicular, right? So just now you all learned that when parallel, the gradient is equal. Now, when 2 lines are perpendicular, okay, the gradient is m1 times n2 is -1. Understand? So I'm going to turn over. Okay, so my when perpendicular line, you must know that m1 gradient 1 times gradient 2 equals to -1. So this is another property that you need to remember. This is for perpendicular lines. So just now our gradient AB, we already found it. Okay, gradient AB, if you turn over and see, is 8 over 4. So you know that gradient AB is actually 2. So I don't have to repeat the step. I just write, okay, gradient AB is 2. So I want to find the other gradient. So I will take gradient multiplied by gradient AB is equals to -1. So I want to find my m. So gradient times 2 equals to -1. M is equals to -half. So it means that it means that the gradient of this red color line, the gradient is negative half. Yes. Okay. So what you're going to do is, if you find it easy, don't need to type easy lah. Huh? If you want to stay in my chat, you better don't say that it's easy. Because apparently my moderator tell me that when he see people saying easy, he block. Okay. So now, remember just now I said equation of a line is y equals to mx plus c. So I've completed the m. So now I need to find my c, correct? So to find the c, you need to know where the line cuts the y-axis. But in this case, we don't know. So in this case, the only thing you need to sub in is, you need to sub a point which is on the line. So in this red color line, do you have a point? Currently, I don't have. But we can find. Why? Remember just now this one is what? This is the mid, right? Midpoint. This is the AB, the midpoint. Okay? So let's find the midpoint. How to find midpoint? So over here, I'm going to do midpoint of AB. Take the average of the coordinates, which is x1 plus x2. 2 plus 6 divided by 2. So 2 plus 6 divided by 2. 0 plus 8 divided by 2. So 8 divided by 2, this is 4. 8 divided by 2, this is 4. So that means the midpoint is 4, 4. So in this case, this point here is 4, 4. So now I can sub up this point into the equation of the line. Here, so I'm going to sub in 4, 4. So it will be 4 equals to minus half 4 plus c. So 4 equals to minus 2 plus c. C equals to 6. So therefore, the equation of the perpendicular bisector is y equals to negative half x plus 6. So you can either put it in this form, or you want to make it flat, you can times 2 throughout. So it becomes 2y equals to minus x plus 12. So either one also can accept. Either one also can accept. Right? Yes, correct. Good. Well done, daddy eaters. Okay, although don't know why you want to eat daddy. So the y-intercept is c. Do you see that? The y-intercept is 6. Which is, happen to be this one. 0, 6. Just now we found 0, 6, right? So we know that, oh, so actually this line actually cuts through the point C. Then now I confidently can extend the line, right? So they ask you, hence or otherwise, determine if point C lies on the perpendicular bisector of AB. You have two ways of doing it. Either you say, oh, the y-intercept is 6. Therefore, C equals to 6. 0, 6 lies on the perpendicular bisector. Or what you can do is, you can simply just sub x equals to 0, find the corresponding y, it gives you 6. Also can. Okay? So over here, I just write out the equation. Then I will say, since the y-intercept is 6, therefore C 0, 6 lies on the line, on the perpendicular bisector. And you're done. Right? Okay, so now next, they ask to find the area. Okay, finding area easy. Why? Because you have all the points already. Once you have all the points, you just need to use the shoelace method. Okay, so over here, let me talk about, okay, see, area of A, B, C, D, half. Now, let's go and take the 4 points. So I have the 1, 2, 3, 4. You can start from any point. You can start from any point. Okay, so let's say I don't want, because you see, the first column and the last column is the same number. So I try not to have negative on 2 columns, you see. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start from maybe 2, 0. I'm going to start from the A. 2, 0. So start from 2, 0. And very important one is, please go anti-clockwise. Okay, anti-clockwise. So after 2, 0, you will write 6, 8, 0, 6, minus 2, 2. And make sure that you close it back. So it must be a closed loop. So it will be 2, 0, 6, 8, 0, 6, minus 2 and 2, and close it back with 2, 0. So the first and the last column is always the same. So now let's do our shoelace. So how are you going to do the shoelace? Put a very big square bracket. Okay, this is how I do it. I don't know whether yours find it useful when you all draw the arrow, but when I Teacher Kangie draw the arrow, it's easy for me to see. So I always draw this arrow first. So the first set of arrow, okay, so this will be 2, 8, that means 2 times 8, plus 6 times 6, plus 0 times 2, plus negative 2 and 0. Okay, so the first set is plus. Okay, next minus. I'm going to use another color. So this one is this direction. This one is subtract. Minus. So this is what I do. Minus 2, 2. Minus 2 and 6. Minus 0 and 8. Minus 6 and 0. And actually the whole thing, press calculator. So you will have half multiplied by 60. So the inside everything, when you key calculator, it give you 60. So it give you 30. So remember to put in the unit. So it unit square. This is AMath. EMath cannot use shoelace method to find the area. Like I mentioned before, you can watch the replay on the TikTok. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the first part because I still have 4 questions behind. I'm not going to rewind, okay? So if you are late, you just listen in and then listen for the balanced question. Whatever you miss, you can actually watch the replay. Okay, so area of this ABCD, you're going to use the shoelace method. This is a method. Okay, so I mentioned half is fixed. You have to put in front. So what I did here is I take any points, start from any points. So what I did was I start from the A, which is 2, 0. And you must go anti-clockwise. So I put 2, 0, 6, 8, 0, 6, minus 2, 2, and 2, 0. That's what I put here. Then what I do is this direction, 2 times 8 plus 6 times 6 plus 0 times 2 plus minus 2 times 0. The green color, I go this direction. It's all subtraction. So it's minus 2 times 2 minus negative 2 times 6 minus 0 times 8 minus 0 times 6. Right? Then, of course, whatever inside the square bracket, you press the calculator, you get 60. So half times 60, you get 30 units square. Yes, you can start at any point. But if you start at the point, you must end with the same point. Do you see that my first and the last point must be the same? And you must go anti-clockwise. Yes, shoelace method is only for area. That's a formula. The half is the formula. Okay? So take note, EMath cannot use shoelace method. So EMath, whenever they ask you to find area, usually it's just using area of triangle or area of trapezium. You will not need to use shoelace method. Okay? Okay, next, let's move on to question number 2. Next, question number 2. So this is differentiation. This is the problem sum, whereby they always ask to find what's the maximum area or minimum area or maximum volume or minimum volume. Yeah, there is an error with this question. So maybe you are stuck is because of that. So for those, okay, take note. There is an error to this question. I'm going to use green pen. So before the part B, there is one more statement here. It's supposed to be the volume of the prism is 3888 square root 3 cm cube. Okay, so this is the complete part B. There is a missing statement. That's why I cannot do. Okay, so now let's move on and read. The diagram shows a prism. Prism means you have uniform cross-sectional area. So they tell you that the cross-sectional is a trapezium. So if you know this is a trapezium, you know that this is parallel line. 4x, 2x, 2x, okay. The length of the prism is D, which is here. They ask you to show the area of the trapezium here is this. So first, you need to know what's the formula of area of trapezium. What happened? What is going on here? Okay, I'm going to ignore. Okay, ignore. Okay, Teacher Kangie, today I'm trying to ignore whatever you all say unless I see a genuine question. Okay, so over here, area of trapezium, you need to know the formula. Area of trapezium. Half A plus B multiplied by height. So this is the formula to find of area of trapezium, which is half multiplied by the sum of the parallel side multiplied by the perpendicular height. In this case, the perpendicular height is this. So we're going to dot, 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 dot. This is my H, or here also can. Dot, 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 dot. Okay, this is my H. Okay. Yes. So now let's put in the value and see what we have. A plus B, so 2x plus 4x, right? So it's just half times 4x plus 2x and multiply by the height. So I don't have the height. It's okay. Just put it there first. So I have half times 6x times height. Half times 6x is 3x. So 3xh. But my area is only purely x. Do you see that? It's only purely x. So that means I need to find a way to turn my h to become x. No, the height is not x. The height is not x. So what I'm going to do, see here, I'm going to draw another right angle triangle so that you can see better. This is 2x, this is the h. And this side, see here, 4x minus 2x. Do you agree that this side is x and x? So here is x. So far, okay? The height is the opposite or adjacent. It's not hypotenuse. Okay? Agree with this right angle triangle? No, you cannot 3xh divide by h. Right? 4x minus 2x. This 2 side is 2x. Divide by 2, so you get x and x. Yes, then we're going to use Pythagoras theorem. So we will say, okay, so my h is equals to 2x squared minus x squared and square root. So let's simplify this. So this one will be 4x squared. So it becomes 3x squared and square root. So this one we're going to split. Square root 3. Square root x squared. Okay, this one is like that. Okay, I'm going to just write more steps. So it becomes square root 3x. So far, okay? All agree that my height is square root 3x. So be careful, the x is outside the square root. It's not inside the square root. So now we're going to replace this. So it becomes 3x multiplied by this square root 3x. and simplify it. So it becomes 3 square root 3x squared. See, exactly the same. Shown. Thanks for the rows. Agree? Okay, so this is how you do the first part. Okay, so now next. They ask you to express the D in terms of X. D in terms of X. So the D here is going to make use of the volume. So this is a prism. So you have to use volume of prism. The formula for volume of prism is the base area multiplied by the height. Okay, I never use the small h because I don't want you to get confused. Small h, in this case, it is my height of my trapezium. This big H here, it is the height of the whole prism. So in this case, the D is my big H. Because you can see that this is the isosceles trapezium. Do you see that? That is why the below is also the same size. Don't worry, my moderator will block those necessary people. Students, you also have to be as zen as me today. We try to keep calm and we focus to study, and you focus to learn, I focus to teach, okay? Those funny people, we leave it to my moderator to block them, okay? Yeah, we no need to bother about these people, okay? After I teach, you all enjoy your dinner, I also enjoy my dinner. Yes, good job, let's go. Okay, come. Base area is a cross-sectional area. Just now, we already did it over here, correct? So, touch wood, during exam, if you cannot do part A, please don't skip the whole question. Just take this value and plug here, understand? The most is you lose the 2 marks, but you still can get the behind marks. Okay, so after that, you will put here, this is 3 square root 3x squared times my H. I'm going to replace it with my D. And the volume of the prism is this one. So take note, for those who miss out, there is a missing information in this question. So take note, this green color one is the missing information. So the volume is 3888 square root 3. Can you explain again? I do not understand, Cher. Which part you don't understand? You have to tell me which part you don't understand. What capital H stands for? The capital H is the height of the prism. This H is the height of prism. Okay? Look over here, this one. This is the height of the prism. Right? It's just that this diagram is not shown okay, it looks like that. Okay, pardon my drawing. There's a, you know, it's like that. Okay. So you can see that the front part is a trapezium. The behind is also a trapezium. So this is a prism with uniform cross-sectional area, which is a trapezium. So volume of a prism is base area, which is the area of the trapezium, times the height. You understand? Height of the prism. It's just like, for example, if I have this. Okay? This is the height of the prism. Right? In this case, this one is the top, so-called the top and the bottom is a trapezium instead of this. So now this height of the prism is here. So that's why I replace the H with the D. No, I don't have the height. I just replace it with the D because my task is to make D the subject. See here, express D in terms of X. Express D in terms of X. So now after I sub in the volume on the left hand side, the base area I take from the part A, the height I replace it with D. Now my task is I'm going to make D the subject. So D will be equals to this divided by this. So it'll be 3888 square root 3 divided by 3 square root 3x squared. Agree? So then you can see that square root 3 and square root 3 can cancel. These cancel, this cancel, this cancel. It is 1296. So in the end, my D is equals to 1296 over x squared. And this is my answer. This is for part B. Okay, so let's move on. See, okay, this is my D. So later part, we're going to do differentiation. Not yet, not yet. Sorry, they asked to find the area. This one, another headache. Okay, see here, part C. Just now someone asked whether is it put -2. Okay, you see, you should leave your answer in positive index. Okay, so someone just now I saw that whether can put this one, right? You are not wrong, but we always present our answer in positive index. So you put it in this form. Unless, let's say later when if you need to differentiate this one, then you put it in this form, then it's easier for you to differentiate. If not, this answer is preferred. Understand? Okay, just now the message going too fast. Oh my god, headache. Thanks, teacher. I need to rest my brain. Okay, next. Let's proceed to the next one. Okay, this one, total surface area. Okay, so this total surface area, before I talk about the formula, I'm going to talk about this formula that I'm going to use. Okay, so this morning my student is also asking me about this total surface area of a prism. So over here, okay, I'm going to use a cuboid to give an example. So actually a cuboid, it is also a prism. Okay, cuboid is also a prism. How do I find total surface area of a cuboid? Of course, I know you can just find the respective 6 faces and then add them together, right? But that's using a manual method to do it. Okay, to find the total surface area of a prism, it is not advisable to do it manually. So let me give you one example. So this morning, I also tell my student, I draw one very powerful diagram, okay? I draw this. Okay, I say, okay, let's say if let's say my prism is this way. Okay, sorry, it's not accurate, but I just want to demo my meaning. So let's say this is my prism. Imagine this is my prism. And then I want to find the total surface area. And then I need to do manual method. I have so many faces I need to calculate. I need to take this, times this, take this, times this, take this, times this, okay? The chances of missing a face is very big. Agree or not? So, I don't like to use the manual method. But do you notice? Okay, let's give an example. So, if let's say, for example, let's say this one is 2, this is 3, this is 2, this is 2, this is 3. And then I say from here to here, let's say this is 12. How am I going to do the manual method? You see, I'm going to take 2 times 12. I'm going to take 3 times 12. I'm going to take 2 times 12. And you go on and go on until you complete all the faces, correct now? So this is a very long step and it's very high chance that you will miss out one face. But do you agree that if I do 2, I find the parameter of all this side, I go and do 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3. I go and add all to find the parameter of this cross-sectional area. Okay, plus dot, 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 dot. Then the whole thing I times 12. You see, if I'm going to rainbow out, you see that actually they're also doing the same thing. They're also doing 12 times 2 plus 12 times 3 plus 12 times 2. Agree or not? Agree or not? So, this is why, yes, this is why, okay, the total surface area formula, I always use perimeter of base times the height. I bracket this. In other words, this actually will give me the total surface area of all my lateral faces without missing a face. Then after that, I do a last step. I plus 2 base area. Because this one is all the wall, right? Then I need to plus this face, which is the 1 base area, and the other side also have a base area. That's why there's 2. Can? So now, this is the reason why. Okay, so same. Let's say you do this. If let's say I say this is 12, let's say this is 2, this is 5. So let's say I'm going to use the same method to find the total surface area of a cuboid. So this is my base. I'm going to use this one. So it will be 12 plus 2, 12 plus 2 plus 12 plus 2, right? So you see, 12 plus 12 plus 2 plus 2. This is the perimeter of the base. I multiply it by the 5. Then I plus 2 base area, which is 12 times 2. So when I use this, I will settle all my 6 faces. Understand? So this is a very, very convenient formula to find total surface area of prism. Okay? Only for prism. So now I have explained this formula. So later when I'm going to use the formula, don't come and ask me why is the formula this way. Okay? I'm going to ignore that question. Sorry, I'm not going to explain again. Okay? So let's come out to here. Okay, so now they say show that the total surface area of the prism is given by this. So let's go back and look at the diagram. Okay, if you cannot catch, please watch the replay. 12 times 2 times 5. That's the volume. 12 times 2 times 5 is volume, not the total surface area. Okay, so now let's take a look at this prism. So how am I going to find the total surface area? Okay, same thing. I'm going to take the perimeter of the base. See, my base is this one. So I'm going to use the same thing. So where's my formula? So it will be, this is total surface area A. It will be perimeter of base multiplied by the height plus 2 base area. So this is the formula for total surface area of a prism. So now, how to find the perimeter of the base is the trapezium. So I'm going to do 2x plus 2x plus 4x plus 2x. Okay? So it will be 2x plus 2x plus 2x plus 4x. Yes. There are 3 2x and 1 4x. And this one, you multiply by the height, which is, we don't know what is the height. We put it as D. Then after that, I plus 2 base area. And my 2 base area is just now the area which is the 3 square root 3x squared. So let's simplify. So this is 10x. So it's 10x times D. And now it is helpful. Do you see that your formula here is only purely x? Okay, that's why we have a D in terms of x here. So now I'm going to replace it with this formula. See, I'm going to replace the D with this one. Okay? So I'm going to multiply it with the 1296 over x squared. And this one becomes 6 square root 3x squared. Yes, what question you want to ask, you ask. If it's valid, I answer. Not valid, I'm going to ignore. Okay? Huh? Okay, it's an invalid question. Ignore. Okay, come, let's continue. So you see here, I'm going to put over 1. Simplify. This x and x squared can cancel. So it becomes 10 times 1296. 1296 times 10, which is 0 over x. Then plus 6 square root 3x squared. Do you see it's exactly the same now? So, shown. Okay, so now we are done with this A in terms of x, correct? 3 marks, huh? So I've already explained how to get the total surface area of a prism formula. And then we just apply accordingly. And then we make use, because the height of the prism is D. But because my formula is in terms of x, and that is why I have to make use of D in terms of x to change my D to become x. So it becomes D, I replace it with this. Simplify the first part, the x and x squared can cancel. That's why there's still one more x at the denominator. Then the 10 belongs to the top, so it becomes 10 times 1296, so it becomes 12960 over x. Okay, so now we are done with this part. Next, the popular question that they always like to ask. Given that x can vary, find the value of x, which give a stationary value of 8. Same. If touch wood again, if you are stuck at part C, you can straight away just use this formula and do your differentiation. But of course, if your differentiation also gone case, then also gone case. Can block the 39710 or not? Okay. So, given that x can vary, so I'm going to differentiate this one. But now, it is still not a nice way to differentiate. I'm going to put this in the form of index. Okay? So, it becomes A is equals to 12960 x to the power of negative 1 plus 6 square root 3x squared. This is easier to differentiate. Okay? Thank you, Wesley Thomas. Okay, so now let's differentiate dA dx. So bring down the minus 1, so it becomes minus 12960, power minus 1, so it's x to the power of negative 2. This one bring down the 2, so 2 times 6 square root 3, it is 12 square root 3. Power minus 1, so it's 1. I don't have to write the 1. Then put it in positive index. So it become minus 12960 x squared plus 12 square root 3x. So this is my dA dx. Actually, I don't need to put this. Okay, never mind. Okay, next. For stationary value, you need to do your dA dx equals to 0. Right? So, how am I going to make this to 0? See here, minus 12960 over x squared plus 12 square root 3x equals to 0. So, when you see this, wow, how to do? The good news is because your right hand side is a 0. Okay? So, I'm going to bring this over to this side. So, I have 12 square root 3x equals to 12960 over x squared. I put over 1. Now, I can do my cross multiply. So, I will have 12 square root 3x cubed equals to 12960. Multiply x squared throughout. Yes, also can. It's the same. Can. You see, you multiply by x squared throughout and eventually bring left, bring right. You will still end up with the same equation that I have. So now I'm going to make x cubed the subject. It becomes 12960 divided by 12 square root 3. So my x is equals to cube root 12960 over 12 square root 3. This one just press a calculator. So you will get 8.5432. Round off to 3SF, 8.54 cm. And we are done. 4 marks. No, O-level never learn this implicit differentiation. This is how we do it for O-level. Okay, let's move on. Because our x, in this case, our x got cm, so I can put cm. Unless they never put the cm, then I just put units. Okay? Okay. Let's move on. Explain why this value of x gives the smallest possible surface area. So this last part is you have to do either using the second derivative test or the first derivative test. So it depends on whether is it easy to differentiate one more time. Okay, look at your dA, dx. Is it difficult to differentiate one more time? One more time, not difficult. So we can do our d square a dx square. If it's difficult to differentiate one more time, then you shall use the first derivative test. So let's do our d square a dx square. No, I'm not doing Sec 3 EOY AMath paper. If you need other topics, please go to my Y channel. There are many videos there. Please see there. I'm already starting O-level AMath revision. Every Sunday now will be AMath O-level revision. Every Wednesday will be O-level EMath revision. Full stop. Okay? So differentiate this one more time. See here. Bring down the minus 2 so it becomes positive. So it becomes 25920 x power minus 1, so it becomes minus 3. This one, when I differentiate, I only left with this. So it's plus 12 square root 3. Okay, it is fine. You can leave it in this form because we only want to know whether our d square a dx square is positive or negative. Okay, so we don't need the actual value. So I'm going to sub in the x is equals to 8.5432. So my d square a dx square is equals to 25920 8.5432 to the power of minus 3 plus 12 square root 3. So you only need to know whether is it positive or negative. So this is more than 0, positive. So if this is positive, it means that therefore my total surface area is minimum. Shown. Okay. Of course, I already pressed calculator in advance lah. You all think that I do TikTok live, just do like that lah. I have to do the question beforehand, make sure that everything is correct, then I do the questions now. If I'm going to press calculator now, you think I can cover so many questions within the 2 hours? So press calculator, no need me to teach you, right? So I already pressed the calculator, get the value, and that's why I just plug it in, understand? Okay? So we are done. You see this question, this question got 3, 6, 10, 11 marks. Actually, this question not tough, 11 marks, This is a 11 marks question. Okay? Okay, so this is the first part. And this is the second part. Okay, if you need to watch the replay, okay, you can always refer to my Y channel. It will only be uploaded tomorrow or Tuesday. Okay, solution will also be uploaded to my T channel. Just go to my bio, click on the link. Yes, minimum is when the second derivative is greater than 0. Maximum when your second derivative is smaller than 0. I'm not teaching A level, so I'm only doing O level. Okay? Okay, so next, we're going to do the next question. Okay, so we're going to do, this one is partial fraction. So express this in partial fraction. When you want to do partial fraction, the first thing you need to do is always to check whether is it a proper or improper fraction. IGCSE. Okay. So look at here. So now look at the numerator. The highest power is 3. The denominator, if I'm going to rainbow, my highest power is also 3. No, you are supposed to do long division first. Yeah, I'm drinking water. How you know? Yes. Okay. So this is improper. So in this case, we're going to do our long division first. But before you do the long division, 5 p.m. Okay, every Sunday I'm doing 5 p.m. So let's expand the denominator first. Okay, because I need to do long division, so I need to expand. So rainbow, this times this, x cubed minus 9x minus 3x squared plus 27. Put it in the ascending order, so it will be x cubed minus 3x squared minus 9x plus 27. So I'm going to do the long division. Long division. So see here, I'll do this side. So it will be 2x cubed, 2x cubed minus 4x squared minus 5x plus 3. Divided it by this. So x cubed minus 3x squared minus 9x plus 27. So now you have to ask yourself, what multiplied by x cubed give us 2x cubed? So this one is just a 2. So this one times this one, 2x cubed. This one times this one, minus 6x squared. This one times this one, minus 18x. This one times this one, plus 54. Minus with a bracket. This is O level. Sec 3 already learned partial fraction. But O level is test everything from Sec 1 to Sec 4. Yes, correct. O level revision. So big, right? You cannot see, right? AMath O level revision. Okay. So now let's see what's the remainder. This one minus this one 0. Minus 4 minus 6 is 2x squared. Minus 5 plus 18 is plus 13x. 3 minus 54 is minus 51. So this is my remainder. So you will say that, okay, so this it will be 2x cubed minus 4x squared minus 5x plus 3. Now this time around, I'm going to put this one, the factorized form one. X minus 3, x squared minus 9 equals to my quotient plus my remainder over my divisor. This question a little bit tricky. So let me gonna show you. See. Now I have changed my improper fraction into the mixed number form. This is the whole number. This is the proper fraction. So now we're gonna do. So now we're gonna apply our partial fraction. This part. So this one I'm going to write it here. Don't come and tell me where the 2 go to. 2x squared plus 13x minus 51 over x minus 3 and x squared minus 9. So this is a little bit tricky. Before you decide whether is it case 1, case 2 or case 3, this one is x minus 3, yes, it's case 1. But look at this. This is x squared minus 9. No, it's not bx plus c. That's a common mistake that students do. Okay, whenever you see a quadratic, you must ask yourself whether can you factorize. X squared minus 9 can factorize. So just to let you know, x squared minus 9 is x plus 3 and x minus 3. Correct now? So the denominator become this. X minus 3, x minus 3 and x plus 3. This x minus 3 is this one. This x squared minus 9, when I factorize, it becomes this. Do you see that this 2 bracket is the same? So these 2 become combined. So it becomes 2x squared plus 13x minus 51 over x minus 3 square and x plus 3. So this is a special case. It looks like it is case 1 and case 3. But after factorizing the quadratic, it ended up is a case 1 and case 2. Understand? Oh, so hot. Yes, repeated linear factor. So this is tricky. So with this, I will apply. So, okay. The linear one, I will say it will be a over x plus 3. The repeated will give birth to 2. Give birth to 2. So it give birth to 1, which is the x minus 3 with power 1. And the second one is x minus 3 squared. No, cannot use bx plus c. Okay? Because this is, you have to factorize. You only use bx plus c if touch wood, if let's say for example this is x squared plus 9. X squared plus 9 I cannot factorize. Then yes, you use bx plus c, the case 3. Understand? So now, see here, I'm going to combine this into a single fraction. The one with the ABC. Look at the denominator. My denominator is x minus 3 squared with a x plus 3. So now you look at the first fraction. I'm missing a x minus 3 squared. So it will be a x minus 3 squared plus b x minus 3 and x plus 3. The c, we're missing a x plus 3. The whole thing over x minus 3 squared and x plus 3. So what I'm doing is combine into a single fraction. Do you see that? What I'm trying to do is combine into a single fraction. Okay, so now I'm going to do, I'm going to solve the identity. Okay, I'm going to use this. Okay, use green color. This equals to this. A bit squeezy. Whether I can squeeze now. Okay, can. Okay, so I'm going to say, okay, 2x squared plus 13x minus 51 is equals to a x minus 3 squared plus b x minus 3 x plus 3 plus c and x plus 3. So some students do rainbow and then they compare coefficient. Okay, but I see that I have a rainbow here. To me, I feel that it's very complex. And since I have so many brackets, I can use sub-suitable value. I'm going to use sub-suitable value. Okay, so let's take a look at the bracket. Oh, I have x minus 3 and x minus 3. So if I'm going to sub in x equals to 3, this becomes 0. 0 times a disappear. This one becomes 0, b disappear. So I can solve my c. So it becomes 2, 3 squared plus 13, 3 minus 51 equals to 0 plus 0 equals to c, 3 plus 3. Therefore, I get 6 equals to 6b and my b is equals to 1. We sub 3 because there is a bracket x minus 3 here and x minus 3 here. When I sub x equals to 3, 3 minus 3 is 0. 0 square is 0. 0 times a disappear. Because now you see, I have 3 unknown. So if I can sub in values to make some of the alphabet disappear, I can form linear equation. Why C becomes C? Oh! Wait, yes, you're right. Okay, this is 6C, correct? 6C, so C equals to 1. Thanks for highlighting. Because on my solution, I use a different fraction, ABC. Compare is unless it's easy to rainbow lah. For me, I find it very tedious to rainbow, plus the bracket is so easy to sub in, so might as well just sub in. Yes, I got alternate segment theorem later. This paper have. Okay? So now let's continue. So I already solved my C. So now let's take a look at other bracket. Oh, I have this x plus 3. So if I sub in x equals to negative 3, when I sub x equals to negative 3, see here, this one sub negative 3 plus 3, this one 0, my B disappear. Negative 3 plus 3 also becomes 0, my C disappear. So both my B and C disappear, I can solve my A, agree? Yes, this live is recorded, but it will only be uploaded tomorrow or Tuesday. I don't think today got binomial lah. I can't remember whether my paper 1, part 1 got do binomial or not. Anyway, today got no binomial question. Okay, so now I'm going to sub in. So it becomes 2 minus 3 square plus 13 minus 3 minus 51 equals, my A, I need it. So it will be A minus 3 square. This one becomes 0. This one becomes 0. So I will have minus 72 is equals to minus 6 square is 36. 36A. So therefore, my A is equals to negative 2. Okay, so C is equals to 1 and A equals to negative 2. So you see, I got A, B, C. I already solved C, I already solved A. I only left with one unknown B, right? So if you only left with one unknown B, you can sub any X value that you want. Okay, so my favorite number to sub in is 0, okay? Since 0 will not make my B disappear, so I can sub in 0. As long as I sub in a value, my B still remain. So now I'm going to sub in x equals to 0. So it becomes 2 0 square plus 13 0 minus 51 equals to A. My A have already. I need to sub in. My A is negative 2. So minus 2 0 minus 3 square. My B is the one that I need to find out. So 0 minus 3, 0 plus 3. C is 1, so it's plus 0 plus 3. So now we have minus 51 is equals to minus 3 squared, this is 9, minus 18. This is minus 3 times 3, so it's minus 6. Sorry, minus 9. Minus 9b plus 3. So now I'm going to make 9b the subject. So 9b equals to minus 18 plus 3 plus 51. So I have 9b equals to 36. So therefore, my b is equals to 4. So you see, I'm done with my ABC. This question is a bit long. I got no space. Okay, so once you're done with this, okay, so I'm going to write out the answer below. So because your task is to express this in partial fraction, so don't forget, Just now what I did was I'm only doing the proper fraction. So now when you want to express in partial fraction, please remember to pull back your quotient. Please remember to pull back your quotient. So therefore, it should be my 2x cubed minus 4x squared minus 5x plus 3 over x minus 3, x squared minus 9 is equals to, pull back my quotient which is 2. So it is 2. Look back at my ABC here. My A is minus 2. So it becomes minus 2 over x plus 3. My B will be plus 4 over x minus 3. My C is 1, so it becomes plus 1 over x minus 3 squared. Done. Okay? So this is how you do the partial fraction, okay? 3C, where got 3C? Which one 3C? Okay, so now let's do the integration. Okay, I need to draw a line. Too messy already. Like that, Okay, now let's do the integration. So now they say, hence, find the integration of this. And if you notice, this is exactly the same as the part A. So what we're going to do is, it means that integrate this means I want to integrate this part. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to write. So 2 minus 2 over x plus 3 plus 4 over x minus 3 plus 1 over x minus 3 squared with respect to x. Okay? No chit chat here, thank you. If not, I was missed question. Okay. So now let's integrate. Let's do it one by one. See 2. Integrate 2 is simply just 2x. Very straightforward. See this? Okay. This is x plus 3 to the power of negative 1. Correct? To the power of negative 1, when you integrate, this is integrating this with respect to x. Okay. When you integrate power minus 1, it is ln. So it is supposed to be 2 minus 2, then ln x plus 3. But remember, you need to over differentiate the inside, which is 1. So put it at the denominator. Although it's redundant here, okay, the 1. But just make it very, very habit to always remember to differentiate the inside and put it at the denominator. So this one, same thing, also to power of negative 1. So it becomes plus 4 ln x minus 3 over differentiate inside, which is also 1. Okay, this one, see here. I'm going to write it here so you understand what I mean. This, I'm going to put it into this form. X minus 3 to the power of negative 2. Because when I put it into this form, it's easier for you to see. Power plus 1. So it is x minus 3 minus 1 over new power and differentiate the inside, put it at the denominator. And because this one got no limits, you have to put plus c. So now let's simplify. So it becomes 2x minus 2 ln x plus 3 plus 4 ln x minus 3. This one minus, so this one becomes minus 1 over x minus 3 plus c. And we are done. Okay, so in this question, integrate 2 very straightforward, nothing much. The tough part, so-called tough part is you need to know that when you integrate to the power of negative 1, it is the ln. So you can see that the minus 2, I just take it as nothing, it's constant. So I just put minus 2. So it becomes ln x plus 3, and you must remember to differentiate the inside and put it at the denominator. Can I ask why you sub 0 to the third equation? I sub 0 is because I already have my A and my C. So I only left with one unknown B. So I can sub any x value as long as my B is there, because my last part is I need to solve B. So it's not necessary that it must be 0. If you want to sub in 1, you want to sub in 2, you want to sub in minus 1, minus 2, also can. You want to sub in 1 million also can, but of course no lah, you're going to use big number. So I love to sub in 0 because number is smaller, easier to manage. As long as the value that I sub in, my B remain. Okay, so we are done with the integration. Why don't you apply the ln in the blah blah blah? Isn't it also a fraction? No, cannot. The ln only apply for okay, very simple question. I ask you. Let's go back to basic. How do you differentiate 1 over x squared? Or rather say, how do you differentiate 1 over x? How do you differentiate 1 over x? It is equals to ln x, right? 1 over x, you cannot do this way. There's no way that you can do this one. You differentiate this or bring down the power minus 1x, power minus 1. Power, differentiate is plus 1, then it becomes 0. Then after that, wait, 我乱去了. Power plus 1. No, power minus 1 minus 2. 我乱去了. X minus 1 bring down minus 1 power minus 2. So yes, power minus 2. So then it become minus 1 over x squared. 对啊, differentiate 这个是这样啊. Oh, aiyo, I confused. Sorry. Wake up. Haven't eat. 乱了. It should be differentiate ln x. Give me 1 over x. Alamak. Yes. I was like, 很奇怪. Sorry. Confuse you. Okay? Alamak. Okay? So differentiate ln x is 1 over x. Okay? So therefore, when you integrate 1 over x, it gives you ln x. So you see what is the 1 over x? It means integrate x to the power of minus 1, it is ln x. Understand? I teach math today from 9 a.m. Can you see now it's almost 7 p.m.? 我要疯掉了, okay? Oh yeah, plus C. Okay, so that's the reason why when we integrate to the power of negative 1, it is ln, understand? Then when we integrate the minus 2, it is just using the power plus 1 over new power. Okay? Integrate ln x2, you have to apply power law. You cannot integrate ln. You are saying differentiate, You also get confused by me, Hey, don't make me confused, Ken. Okay? cannot integrate ln. You can only differentiate ln x squared. The power law bring down, so it become differentiate 2 ln x. So it become 2 1 over x, so it's 2 over x. Okay, let's continue. Okay, come. So this is the reason why these two become ln, and this one is power plus 1 over new power. Differentiate the inside, put it at the denominator, okay? Okay, next, question 4. Question 4 is the plane geometry. Okay. Before I talk about this question, I'm going to talk about this theorem that the student always don't understand what is this what alternate segment theorem. Circle. Okay, my circle is very ugly, don't judge me. Okay, and then tangent line. And then a triangle. Okay, again, don't judge me by my triangle. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this alternate segment theorem. Okay, basically, proof in plane geometry, you need to use all the scales of properties of circle as well as your similarity as well as congruency. Okay, and the something new is this alternate segment theorem. So this is just one additional theorem. The midpoint theorem never use one. Okay, it's always alternate segment theorem. Okay. So, the condition is, it is a triangle whereby all the 3 points touch the circumference of the circle and the tangent line. No. Okay? Let's proceed. So, this alternate segment theorem is saying that this angle A, okay, see this line, look at this line here. So this line is called a chord. So this part here is called the major segment. The right hand side is the minor segment, correct or not? So angle A is here. The opposite side, this is they are equal. This is equal to this. This is why it is called alternate segment theorem. Okay, so now over here. Here, this is B. So see this, this is using this line. So this part is the left hand side segment. This side is the right hand side segment, correct? This angle B is on the right side segment. And this angle B is on the left side segment. It's not Z. It's not Z. So it's just like that. Inside a triangle, these two angles is equal, these two angles is equal, that's all. This is alternate segment theorem. No, B is not 90 degree. It is not. This is, they never mention this is diameter, although I draw like a diameter, but this orange color is not a diameter. It is not a diameter. So this is our alternate segment theorem. Okay, so how do you know whether you use this? Okay, every time they come out the question, always come out alternate segment one. So now let's take a look at this question number 4. When you see that the question talk about a tangent, in this case, they tell us that TD is a tangent. Okay, this line is a tangent. Then you quickly go and spot and see whether there's triangle. Correct or not? Triangle. So in this question, there's actually many triangle. I can have this triangle. I also can have this triangle. Okay. So now let's continue to read the question. Make sure that all the information on the statement are already put into the diagram. So you now know that DT is a tangent. So you can remind yourself this is a tangent. Take note, this TB is not a tangent. This is not a tangent. So ABC lies on the circle such that DC bisect TDB. They already put for us that is bisect. Bisect means they cut in the angle into equal. So they already put the symbol for us. So nothing you need to put. Unless they never draw for you, then you put yourself. Okay, then they say TCA is a straight line. Okay, so just acknowledge that this is a straight line. The line TA and DB intersect at E. Okay, this is nothing much. Okay, when they say intersect at B, it simply means that vertically opposite vertically opposite angles are equal Okay, so now your task is to prove that the line CB is equals to the line CD. Here and here. You're supposed to prove that these two lengths is equal. In order to prove these two lengths are equal, it's actually isosceles triangle, correct? So it means that I need to prove, in other words, I need to prove that this angle is the same as this angle. That's your objective. That's your objective, So, now let's see. DAC. I'm going to turn the paper because I'm going to use the alternate segment and I need to have my tangent sitting nicely so that I can visualize better. So, turn the paper because my tangent line is here. My tangent line is here. So, I'm going to look at this triangle together with the tangent line. So, okay, you see, kids, I know when we are doing proving, it's very difficult to prove this angle equals to this angle, this angle. So, usually what I do is I give them alphabet. So, I put this value as Y and Y. So, these two will be called angle Y and angle Y. Okay? Okay, now let's take a look at just now what I mentioned. The triangle. And if you need to, you can extend the tangent line. Okay? So that you'll be able to visualize like what I see here. Like what we did here just now. So, this angle, okay, is in the big segment and this is the mini segment, and so these two angles is equal. Can? See, this is the triangle. This line here, CD, this right hand side is the major segment. This left hand side is the mini or the minor segment. So opposite segment alternate segment So angle Y, angle Y. Angle Y, angle Y. They are equal. Actually also can. Yes. Someone also say, why cannot use this one? Actually also can. Also can. This triangle also can. So this person go faster. Go faster, Yes, also can. Can use DCB as well. See, DCB is here. This angle is also equal to this angle, But because I see this one first, so actually I take 2 steps. So see, I'm going to say this is equals to this first. So I will say angle DAC equals to angle CDT. And this is alternate segment theorem. And then after that, this side is also angle Y. Why? But this one, I never use alternate segment. I use angle in the same segment. Do you see? This and this is equals to angles in the same segment. Do you see that? Angle in the same segment. That's property of circle. Properties of circle. So in this case, then I say, okay, angle CBD is equals to angle CAD. And then I say angles in same segment. So I've proved that these 2 angles is the same already, So I say, okay, so since angle, because you see this is 3 marks, so I must write at least 3 points or 3 lines in order to score these 3 marks. So since angle CBD is equals to the angle CDB, which is the base angle of isosceles triangle. Therefore, my CB equals to CD, shown. Okay, but just now someone also mentioned, why can't I just state that this angle and this angle is equal? They are YY, Then straight away also can use alternate segment and also can say that they are equal. Okay, so now we are done with the first part. Now, next, they ask you to prove that the EA bisect angle DAB. So, in other words, they are asking you to prove these 2 angles are equal. Agree? So, they also want you to prove that this is Y. Agree or not? Then this one easy already. You see, I'm going to turn the paper again. Now, you look at this one. Angle in the same segment, correct? So this is also angle Y, agree? So I will say angle BAC is equals to angle BDC. So this is angles in same segment. So we will say, okay, since angle DAC is equals to angle BAC, therefore EA bisect angle DAB, shown. Done. No need, because you know why? Because we already show all the steps. Actually, I also don't know why they give so many marks for this one. You see, basically, it's just using alternate segment and then angles in the same segment. So you see, now you learn something. Every time you know that the angles are equal, you can give them a name. This is YY. Okay, YY. So if let's say, but we no need. If let's say you want to use another angle, which is this side, right? This one, let's say I'm labeled as X because it's another angle. And this side is X. Sorry, acid. This side is X. Because it's another angle, so we can label this as X. So inside the diagram, right, when you label them as X and Y, then you will not be so confused, understand? Okay. So we are done with this question 4. Okay, we left with the last question, which is this one. Rate of change, differentiation. Okay, so the equation of a curve is y equals to blah, blah, blah. So they say that show dy dx can be expressed in this form. So we're going to use quotient rule. Okay, this one only can do quotient rule. No other way. Of course, some students say that, can I bring it up and then after I use product rule? Also can. Okay, but usually I will just keep it as quotient rule. So see here, dy dx is equals to... Why my question like keep like slanted Okay. So when you want to use quotient rule, you keep the bottom. Remember, it's keep the bottom. Keep. So keep the same. So I'm going to keep this, but I'll put it in the index form. So it will be 2x plus 5 to the power of half. Square root is to the power of half. Keep bottom. Differentiate the top, which in this case is just 1, and then subtract. Now you keep the top. Please put your bracket, x minus 4. Now you want to differentiate the bottom. So when I want to differentiate the bottom, I refer to this one to differentiate. Bring down the power, so it becomes half 2x plus 5, power minus 1, which is half minus 1, which is minus half. Differentiate the inside, which is 2. And don't forget to over your bottom square. So your bottom square, so it becomes just 2x plus 5. So now, a lot of students know how to do this one. Then after that, they don't know how to move on from this step. So how we're going to move on from this step is, actually what I need to do is take out common factor. So take out common factor. So now look at the numerator. This is considered one term. This is considered one term. So we want to take out a common factor. So there is a 2x plus 5, 2x plus 5. So you always take out the smaller one. Smaller power. Half and minus half. Minus half is smaller. So we're going to take out that. So 2x plus 5 to the power of minus half. Put a very big square bracket. This first term, half take out negative half is half minus negative half. So it becomes half plus half. So it's 1. So I left with 2x plus 5 to the power of 1. Now this one, second term, when I took out the 2x plus 5 to the power of negative half, I left with the half times 2 is 1. So I only left with this minus x minus 4. Close it. And don't forget to put your 2x plus 5. So what I did was I just take out common factor. One term, second term. The common factor is the 2x plus 5 to the power of negative half. Always take out the smaller one. So when I take out this one, half minus minus half, so I left with a 1. This one, when I take out, because half times 2 is 1, this one take out already, no more already, but I'm left with a 1. So I only left with a x minus 4. So you must make sure you put a bracket. So then after that, this is minus half, so you can bring it down. So it becomes 2x plus 5. This is 1, right? This is half, so it's 1.5, so it's 3 over 2. This one, it becomes 2x plus 5 minus x plus 4. So 2x minus x is x, plus 5 plus 4, so it's plus 9 over 2x plus 5 to the power of 3 over 2. So this one, I never put it in the search form because they want me to put it in this form. Do you see the question? They asked me to put in ax plus b over this 3 to the power of 3 over 2. So then I will say where a is equals to 1, b is equals to 9. Done. Okay. Differentiation, my Y channel got differentiation of 5 rules. The basic, if your basic of differentiation is very weak, go and search for the differentiation videos in my Y channel. Okay. Go to my bio, click on my link. The last button will go to my T channel whereby you can download the PDF worksheet. Go to my bio, click on the link, press on the second last button, you will go to my Y channel. Okay? Okay, part B. Given that Y is increasing at a rate of 0.4 units per second, find the rate of change of X when X equals to 2. So this is actually pretty straightforward. I always write out what information is given to me. So when I say Y is increasing, it is positive. So take note, if the question say Y is decreasing, you got to put negative. So this is increasing, so it's positive. At a rate, so this means is dy dt is equals to 0.4. They ask you to find the rate of change of X. Means they ask me to find dx dt equals to question mark when X equals to 2. I always like to write in this way. I like to write what is given to me, what they want me to find at what value. Because with this information, I look at these two, denominator both dt, I need a formula which is y in terms of x. So I know I need a formula which is y in terms of x, which I have it in the front part. So now, and my dy dx I already have it. See, it's already done, right? So what I'm going to do is write out the chain. So the chain is always something equals to something times something. So fill in the blank. So the middle is always the one without the dt. The middle is always the one without the dt. So that means here is dy dx. The left hand side is always the numerator, so it's dy dt. So this side will be dx dt. So the crucial is you need to fill in the 3 components in the correct position. It's not 0.8. It's not as what 0.4 times 2. No, please. Hello. Okay. So after you form this already, put in the value. Dy dt I have, so this is 0.4. Dy dx, I don't have the value, but I already have my dy dx. All I need to do is I need to sub in x equals to 2 into here. So I will write it as 2 plus 9 over 2, 9 plus 5 to the power of 3 over 2. And this dx dt is your unknown. This is your unknown. So this, keep it as the whole thing. It's like, the whole dx dt is your unknown. No, just now that question is stationary area. Wait. What's that question? Sorry, Cher, the volume 1, the chain rule is what again? The volume 1? What volume 1? No, I don't know how to solve this non-homogeneous differentiation equation. I think that one is way, I think that is JC level or upper, more than O level. Okay, so let's proceed. So this one, press calculator, the value is 11 over 27. So 0.4 equals to 11 over 27 times dx dt. So treat this like a big thing unknown. So you want to solve this. So therefore, dx dt is equals to this divided by this. And when you press the calculator, you get 54 over 55. Or you put it as decimal, 0.9818 round off to 3SF, 0.982. And the units is units per second. Okay, so it's either this or this, also can. This is 3SF. What thing sub wrong? No, I never sub 9. I sub 2. X plus 9. 2 plus 9. 2. Oh! Okay, correct. This is 2. Sorry, my bad. Thanks. Okay, so we get 11 over 27. 11/27 is confirmed correct one. Okay, so this is how you do rate of change. So this chain thing is very important. How you present it, the arrangement is very crucial. Because if you put the arrangement wrongly, then you will get it wrong. So always write out the information first before you do the chain. Okay, and always take note. Increasing means I keep it as positive. But if they mention decreasing, you got to put a minus. These are things that you need to take note for rate of change. Okay, we are done for the day.